Article 551 of the National Electrical Code, referred to as NEC, outlines the electrical requirements for recreational vehicles or RV. RV must have a service disconnect rated for the full load current of the RV, as specified in Section 551.44 of the NEC. All exposed metal parts of the RV must be connected to a grounding system detailed in Section 551.23. Regarding the 50 amp service, the NEC does not specifically dictate how an RV should be wired to accommodate it. There are two common wiring configurations for 50 amp service. Firstly, the 120/240 volt 50 amp configuration. This setup utilizes two 120 volt circuits and a neutral wire, resulting in a total of 50 amps. In this case, the RV must have a 50 amp 120/240 volt service entrance and load center. Secondly, the 240 volt 50 amp configuration. This configuration uses two 120 volt circuits that are combined to create a 240 volt circuit. The RV must have a 50 amp 240 volt service entrance and load center. Adapters are available that allow an RV with a 50 amp cord to connect to two 30 amp outlets. However, most RV experts do not recommend these adapters due to safety concerns. The primary concern is overloading. The adapter splits the 50 amp load between two 30 amp circuits, which can overload the circuits and trip breakers. There are also potential safety hazards. The adapter can introduce loose connections and potential electrical hazards. Another issue is performance. The adapters may not deliver the necessary voltage and amperage to power all of the RV appliances and systems. It is recommended that the RV be inspected by a qualified electrician to determine the appropriate wiring configuration and to ensure that it meets code requirements. Using the adapter for 30 amp outlets is strongly discouraged due to the potential safety hazards. When dealing with electrical systems in RV, safety is paramount. It is crucial to understand the implications of different wiring configurations and the potential risks associated with using adapters. Engaging a qualified electrician can ensure that the RV electrical system is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable codes and regulations. The proper grounding of all exposed metal parts, as emphasized in Section 551.23 of the NEC, is essential for preventing electrical shock hazards. The service disconnect required by Section 551.44 provides a means to quickly and safely de-energize the RV electrical system in case of an emergency or maintenance. The choice between a 120/240 volt or a 240 volt 50 amp service depends on the specific needs and equipment of the RV. Some RV may require 240 volts for certain appliances, such as air conditioners or clothes dryers, while others may operate entirely on 120 volts. Understanding the RV electrical load requirements is essential for selecting the appropriate service configuration. The use of adapters to connect a 50 amp RV to 30 amp outlets can lead to several problems. Firstly, it can overload the 30 amp circuits, causing the breakers to trip frequently. This can be inconvenient and potentially damaging to the RV electrical system. Secondly, adapters can introduce loose connections, which can lead to overheating, arcing, and even fires. Thirdly, the voltage drop associated with using an adapter can negatively impact the performance of the RV appliances and systems. Low voltage can cause appliances to run inefficiently or not at all. Therefore, it is always best to connect the RV to a properly sized and wired electrical outlet. If a 50 amp outlet is not available, it may be necessary to install one or to use a generator that can provide the required power. Regular maintenance of the RV electrical system is also important for ensuring safety and reliability. This includes inspecting the wiring, connections, and circuit breakers for any signs of damage or wear. Any faulty components should be replaced immediately. Additionally, it is important to protect the RV electrical system from overloads, short circuits, and ground faults. This can be achieved by using appropriately sized fuses and circuit breakers, as well as by installing a ground fault circuit interrupter, known as GFCI, in wet locations such as bathrooms and kitchens. When working on the RV electrical system, it is always important to disconnect the power source and to follow all safety precautions. Never work on live electrical circuits. If unsure about any aspect of the RV electrical system, consult a qualified electrician. The information provided here is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before making any changes to the RV electrical system. Understanding the electrical requirements of an RV is crucial for ensuring safety, reliability, and proper operation. By following the guidelines outlined in the NEC and by working with qualified professionals, the RV electrical system can be maintained in good condition and enjoyed for many years to come. One should always prioritize safety when dealing with electricity. A licensed electrician will know the local regulations in addition to what the NEC states as code. When an RV is designed, it undergoes inspection to ensure compliance with regulations. Changes to the RV should also comply, and therefore one should always consult with a licensed electrician when changes are made. If the RV wiring becomes faulty, such as fraying, cracking, or corrosion, this needs to be addressed by a qualified electrician to ensure safety. The voltage is not the only thing that can cause a shock, but the amperage too. Even milliamps can be fatal. Also remember to install surge protectors, as this can help to protect electronics within the RV to prevent damage when electrical surges occur. When an RV is plugged into an electric source, such as at a campsite, there is a possibility of power surges due to lightning strikes or other issues with the power grid. A surge protector acts as a buffer, absorbing excess voltage and preventing it from reaching the RV-sensitive electronic component. Surge protectors come in various types, including whole RV surge protectors that protect the entire electrical system and individual surge protectors for specific appliances. When selecting a surge protector, it is important to choose one that is rated for the voltage and amperage of the RV electrical system. It is also important to look for a surge protector that has a high joule rating, which indicates the amount of energy it can absorb before failing. In addition to surge protection, it is also important to have a reliable grounding system for the RV. Grounding provides a path for stray electrical current to flow back to the source, preventing it from causing shocks or damage to equipment. The grounding system should be inspected regularly to ensure that it is in good working condition. This includes checking the grounding electrode, the grounding conductor, and all connections to ensure that they are tight and free from corrosion. If the grounding system is not working properly, it should be repaired or replaced immediately. Another important safety measure for RV is the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, also known as GFCIs. GFCIs are designed to detect ground faults, which occur where electrical current flows through an unintended path, such as through a person's body. When a ground fault is detected, the GFCI will quickly trip, cutting off the flow of electricity and preventing a shock. GFCIs are typically required in wet locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor outlets. It is important to test GFCIs regularly to ensure that they are working properly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the GFCI. If the GFCI does not trip when the test button is pressed, it should be replaced immediately. In addition to these safety measures, it is also important to be aware of the potential hazards associated with using electrical appliances in an RV. Overloading circuits can cause the circuit breaker to trip, and using damaged or frayed cords can create a fire hazard. The RV should be equipped with smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors to alert occupants to the presence of smoke or carbon monoxide. These detectors should be tested regularly and replaced every few years. Maintaining an RV electrical system is an ongoing process that requires attention to detail and a commitment to safety. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations in RV, and it is important to be familiar with these guidelines. Consulting with a qualified electrician can help to ensure that the RV electrical system is safe, reliable, and up to code. It's important to note that this information is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before making any changes to the RV electrical system. When the RV has solar panels installed, this will introduce a new set of requirements needed for safety. The solar panels will require properly sized disconnects and wiring that are rated for DC power. DC power requires different safety practices than AC power. Make sure that the person installing the solar panels is qualified for DC electrical work. Also, when batteries are used for the solar panel systems, they require their own set of safety requirements too. Batteries can release flammable gases when they are being charged, so they must be installed in a compartment that is vented to the outside. This is just a quick overview of some of the topics. You should always seek a qualified electrician to assist with the electrical work.